Hey guys, another patrol tip here for parking lots in communities. So when patrolling parking lots within communities, it's important to crack your windows or have them roll down. It's the middle of winter now. It's about 18 degrees right now where I'm at. So I have my windows cracked, but I have my heater on. Purpose of having your windows cracked is so that if anyone's trying to get your attention, if you have your amber strobes on or you're in a marked vehicle, someone may be trying to get your attention, and it'll make it easier for you to hear them if your windows are cracked. Also, if you pulled off to the side and you're working on your report, or you're engaged in a text with dispatch or whatever the case may be, having your windows cracked, you'll be able to hear if somebody's walking up or approaching your vehicle, whether they're trying to get your attention or whether they are trying to sneak up on you. You'll be able to hear that most likely. All right. Another tip is always staying alert and staying in the moment. While out on patrol, working 8, 10, 12-hour shifts, it's easy to get lost in thoughts and lost in your head. Thinking about what you're going to do the next day, thinking about stuff that happened, personal issues, life, money, payday. But it's really important just to snap back into the moment. While I'm out here, I'm looking for signs of property damage to vehicles, property damage to the property itself, buildings. I'm looking for, shattered glass on the ground, personal objects from vehicle thrown all around on the ground that shows signs that that vehicle may have been burglarized. I'm also looking for people that are loitering inside their vehicles with the vehicles off and the lights off. It is about 5 o'clock in the morning here. So usually if I find somebody inside of a vehicle and it's not idling, lights aren't on, I usually check up on them, make some presents, contact dispatch, let them know I'm making contact, providing them with a description of the vehicle and possibly the person inside of it, turning on my body cam and making contact. Oftentimes I find people on the weekends, especially intoxicated, passed out in their vehicles, didn't make it quite to their house, just got home, passed out. Depending on the neighborhoods that you're patrolling, sometimes we have found people overdosing or just, going through their ride. And so it's important to show presence and to pay attention while you're out. You're not just driving through parking lots, you're providing a service. We are the eyes and ears for the property when they are asleep, especially management. It is our job to look out for these sort of things. I'm looking for lights that aren't operational in carports on buildings, street lights. If I find anything out, submit a maintenance report for those. I'm also looking for any suspicious activity, loiterers, vagrants. Sometimes you'll find homeless people setting up little camps, hanging out in the trash bins area, garbage areas, the dumpsters. I'm looking for excessive trash to report. Right here is a really dim area that's been reported multiple times. And yeah, it's just very important just to stay in the moment and pay attention, use your senses. always be cautious and take your time. You don't want to back into anybody else's vehicles or cause any damages yourself. Yep, just take your time. I understand how it could be sometimes when you're in a rush, staffing shortages, people calling in, you got to pick up extra patrol routes. And so it's easy to get caught up and just get into that rush mode just to get it done, get those numbers out the way. But you got to remember that these numbers, these hits, these tours, whatever you call them, they represent properties, and each of these properties people live at, people reside at. This is where families lay their heads at night, and their hard work is parked out here in the parking lot. For a lot of people, the vehicles are livelihoods. I know without my vehicle, it'd make it my life a lot more difficult. And so even when you are short and you're stacked up with patrol tours, remember the purpose of why you're here on this property is to provide a service. I would rather take my time to inspect the property the right way than go through a bunch of properties half-assed, not paying attention to what's going on around. Because at least the client knows when they see your reports, like, yeah, they were short tonight, but the hits that they were there for, they were thorough. And also for liability reasons too. If you complete all your tours, say this property has 4 tours in a night, and you completed all those tours, but there were multiple break-ins, property damage in the clubhouse, whatever it may be, and some of those times may have been close or around the time that it was documented you were on site. Now the client's going to ask, like, what happened? You didn't see anything? Why wasn't this reported? That's because you were too busy rushing to get that tour or that hit done and get onto your next property than actually taking the time to observe and report. And that's it for this tip. Thank you.